So, you found your co-partner, you've got the best idea in the world, you're going to save the world and make a lot of money at the same time. But more likely than not, you're facing either some or all of these challenges. Most of the time, you'll have second-hand knowledge about the market. If you haven't worked directly with your end partner within the industry, you've learned about it, you've heard about it, you've talked about it. Do you really know what the market needs? Can you really pinpoint to the last millimeter what the market needs? More often than not, the answer is no. You've got a very small team, a very knowledgeable team, a very talented team, but how multidisciplinary is your team? In order to fully develop your product, your technology, in order to integrate it, you're going to have to understand a lot about a lot of fields. And that often is not the case in the initial stages with the small team that you have. And once you do reach the prototype stage, you've developed something. You want to test it now. Where and how are you going to test it? That robot that is supposed to clean solar modules, that device which is supposed to identify a pollutant coming out of a fossil fuel facility. How are you going to reach that place, that critical infrastructure, put your device there and get the real world answers of how it works, if it works, and how well does it work? And climate tech, as everybody in this room knows, you're going to need to find someone with patience. There's a long time to market. More often than not, compared to other industries, you're going to have to take a lot of time to reach the end result, the market. And I'm here to claim that partnering with a multinational under some circumstances is the way to bridge that gap. Those gaps which will that prevent you right now from reaching from where you are to that final stage of becoming a commercialized company. For the early stages, there are a few ways in which an MNC, a multinational corporation, can help a startup. First and foremost is funding. That might not be the first thing on your mind, but at the end of the day, as an early stage startup, you are short for cash, you need that funding. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, you need money that comes with patience. The long time to market, the long development cycles, the inherent risks may deter traditional investors, may put off some other investors. If you can find a multinational that is also willing to invest, either directly or through a CVC or through some kind of vehicle which enables it to invest money, it will most likely come with at least a bit of patience, which will allow you to reach your milestones and develop at the pace and at the way which you decide. A multinational corporation with its huge staff will come with that multidisciplinary knowledge which you lack. They may not be the world's leading expert on everything, but they will usually have enough knowledge on enough issues that will help you answer questions which you have to yourselves, which will help you answer questions for your future investors. This is very, very important. And validation of the market. Obviously, this is either your end customer or the enabler to reach your end customer, and these are the people that will know best whether you're directing your product in the right place, whether you can make corrections and direct it better, in a better place, or whether you're not on your way to success. I would say that out of all these four items, the multidisciplinary technical know-how and the market validations are the two areas which I'm asked the most by other co-investors. What do my corporate partners think about a specific startup? This is the knowledge that is very critical for you also in reaching your next financing rounds. And if you've passed all these, again, access to infrastructure, you will want to test and validate and prove your product in infrastructure, which usually only a multinational, only a large corporation can help you with. Also, for the growth and scaling stages, a multinational can be a great ally. You can integrate your product in the multinational's manufacturing facilities or access manufacturing partners of that multinational. You can use the distribution channels of the multinational partner to reach globally. You will reach the stage when you want to go into the market in the US. It'll be important enough to reach out, but not substantial enough to have an employee, a constant employee, sit in the US. This is exactly where a multinational can help you. A multinational can help you with its build your marketing strategy, but more importantly, you can piggyback on the multinational's branding. At the end of the day, you will be startup X supported by global NMC. Why? Even ESIL, when we set up ESIL, we were unknown. We set it up from scratch. Every time we mentioned ourselves, we would always say ESIL, supported by or founded by, and we would mention the multinationals behind us. This will give confidence to your first clients. This will give confidence for your next investors. And of course, customer reach. Some of these multinationals work with millions and millions and millions of customers on a daily or monthly or yearly basis. If your product is going to be a B2C product, obviously, this is the best and fastest way for you to get to that audience. But it's not all fun and games, and it's not always positive. The difference between a startup and a multinational corporation is huge. The difference between an Israeli startup and a European, Asian, or North American corporation is even larger, just like the difference between waiting for a bus in London or waiting for a bus in Israel. The communication is different. The sensitivity to cultural issues is different. The structure, the hierarchical structure of a multinational compared to the flat structure of the Israeli startup is ways apart. And the Israeli startup manager who wants a meeting tomorrow and close the deal the day after that and wants to sit with the CEO of the multinational corporation because his idea is going to revolutionize the industry is going to have a hard time if he doesn't take these things under consideration. And of course, you have some stereotypes, some of them true, about the greedy corporate who is going to eat up the small and innocent startup. You can have multinational corporations which will eat into your IP, which is your most valuable asset. You might find yourself chasing the global multinational corporations' needs and not where the actual market is going, and that's not where you want to be. That can prevent you from running a necessary pivot if you're not heading in the right direction. And you don't want a partner that's going to block off a certain geography or block you off from working with one of its competitors if that's the right way to go for you and your company. A word about us: we're backed by 3 corporate partners: EDF Renewables from France, Bazan Group from Israel, and Johnson Matthey from the UK. We're also supported by the Israel Innovation Authority. We've got a portfolio of 12 companies, everything climate tech, from carbon capture to energy storage to hydrogen transportation to cooling systems, etc., etc., etc. You're welcome to go into our website and read more about the different companies. The one thing that all of these have in common, they all have something in common with what one of our corporate partners does. These are just a few examples of collaborations currently running between our portfolio, some of our portfolio companies and our global partners. And to sum up, if you do it the right way, if you do it cautiously, a global corporation, an MNC, can be a great partner at an early stage. Watch out for the pitfalls, do the partnership the right way with the right partners. It can really help you frog leap to success. Thank you very much.